Most people walk around thinking life is attacking them. Bad day at work, traffic, that text that never came, and we build this whole story. Why is this happening to me? And here's the problem with that question. It assumes you're separate from life. You're this little character in the universe that's this big external force just throwing stuff at you. But what if it's completely backwards? What if you're not separate from the universe at all? What if everything you experience, every sensation, every thought, every moment of life is the universe experiencing itself through you? It's not some cool idea. That's actually a more accurate description of what's happening. And when you really get this, it changes everything. Let me show you what I mean. The universe isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. A shift in perspective that changes everything. The old story, life as assault. Most people operate from a fundamental assumption they've never questioned, that they are separate from life and life is something that happens to them. This creates a perpetual victim stance, right? Every challenge becomes an attack. Every setback becomes evidence that the universe is against you. The question that dominates, why is this happening to me? But this question contains a hidden assumption that you are separate from what's happening, and that there's a you over here and life over there, and life keeps attacking you. What if that assumption is completely wrong? The container flips. So here's the shift that changes everything. You are not in the universe, but you are the universe. More specifically, you are the universe experiencing itself through a particular perspective, through a particular body, through a particular set of senses and memories and conditioning. Think about it. Every atom in your body was forged in stars. You're made of universe stuff. You didn't come into this world, you came out of it, like a wave coming out of an ocean. The wave isn't separate from the ocean. It is the ocean, doing what the ocean does. You aren't separate from life. You are life, doing what life does. The question that changes everything, when you make this flip, the fundamental question changes. Let that sink in for a second. You're not in the universe. You are the universe looking at itself. Every sensation you've ever had, every emotion, every experience, that's not happening to a separate you. That's the universe doing what it does through the specific lens that is your consciousness. The question isn't, why is this happening to me? The question is, what is life trying to experience through me right now? Completely different game. So the question that changes everything. When you make this flip, the fundamental question changes. Instead of, why is this happening to me? You ask, what is life trying to experience through me? This isn't semantic gymnastics, right? It's a completely different relationship with experience. The first question makes you a victim. The second makes you a vessel. And vessels don't resist what flows through them. The resistance tax. So here's where this gets practical. Let's get this grounded, right? When you operate from the happening to me paradigm, you resist constantly, and resistance has a cost. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Pain is the sensation. Suffering is what you add to it, the resistance, the story, the this shouldn't be happening. You stub your toe, that's pain. You stub your toe and spend 10 minutes mentally raging about the table that attacked you, that's suffering. So the resistance tax shows up everywhere. You lose energy fighting what already is. You miss the information the experience is trying to give you. You create tension that compounds into physical problems. You stay stuck in the moment instead of flowing through it. This is where it gets practical. Every time you resist what's happening, you're basically saying, I know better than the universe. And look, I get it. Some stuff is hard. Some stuff hurts. But the resistance doesn't change the situation. It just adds suffering on top of the situation. You stub your toe, that's pain. You stub your toe and then spend 10 minutes being pissed about it, well, that's suffering. One is unavoidable, the other is optional. The practice is allowing. So Michael Singer calls this the practice of allowing. When something happens, especially something uncomfortable, instead of contracting and resisting, you relax and allow. This doesn't mean you become passive or doormat. You still take action, but you take action from a place of openness rather than resistance. The difference, resisting, is this shouldn't be happening. I need to fight this. This is wrong. Allowing, this is what's here. Let me fully experience it and respond clearly. The participation shift. When you really internalize the universe is happening through you, something profound shifts. You stop taking things personally. Not because you've numbed out or become attached, but because you realize there's no separate self to take things personally. There's just this life happening, and you get to participate in it. You become the eyes through which the universe sees itself, the hands through which it touches, the heart which it feels. That's actually an incredible privilege when you think about it. Here's what changed for me when I really got this. I stopped taking things so personally. Not because I became some emotionless robot, because I realized there's no separate me to take things personally. There's just this life happening, and I get to participate in it. I get to be the eyes and ears and the hands of the universe for a little while. That's actually incredible when you think about it. The daily practice. This isn't just a one-time insight, it's a practice. When you notice contraction, pause. Notice the why me energy. Relax your body, especially the chest and the shoulders. Ask, what is life experiencing through me right now? Allow the experience to move through you. You won't remember to do this every time, and that's fine. But each time you do, you're rewiring a fundamental pattern. You're shifting from victim to vessel. And here's the paradox. Here's the beautiful paradox. When you stop fighting life, life stops feeling like a fight. When you stop taking things personally, relationships become easier. When you let go of control, you gain more influence. Not because the circumstances change, but because you change. You go from being a victim of the universe to being a participant in it. That's a completely different way to live. And to wrap this up, the universe is not happening to you. It's happening through you. What will you let it experience today? So here's what I want you to walk away with. Next time something happens and you feel that contraction, the why me energy, just pause and ask yourself, what if this isn't happening to me, and what if this is happening through me? You don't have to believe it. Just try it on and see what shifts. Because when you stop fighting life and start flowing with it, everything gets easier. Not because the circumstances change, but because you change. You go from being a victim of the universe to being a participant in it. And that's a completely different way to live. Thank you very much.